Okay, this is a fun activity. It's a great writing activity, a good way to practice writing, and it makes you think in ways that you may never have really thought about before. This is an activity where you describe a bicycle, and what I do as a teacher is I actually bring my bicycle into the classroom. This is what I recommend that you do because it'll really help your students because they're able to put their hands on the bike and feel the grips and watch and see how the gears work and so forth. So what you're going to do is you're going to print out this document, which is available from loveyourpencil.com. Just search for describe a bicycle, and then you're just going to print this. It explains a little bit about how to describe something in writing, such as how to use adjectives, how to describe why things are there. These are the two most important things when you're writing something like how a bicycle works. Is you're going to use things like adjectives. For example, you're not just going to say the wheels, you're going to say the round silver wheels. And it's good practice to help you use adjectives when you describe things. Here's an example of the difference between an explanation of dessert without adjectives and an explanation of dessert with adjectives, which is much more appealing. Also, you're going to be explaining why things are there. In other words, you're not just going to say the bike has brakes. You're going to say the bike has brakes so that you can stop, if you see what I mean. And here's a typical example of how cars are advertised. They don't just tell you what's there, but they also tell you why things are there. And it's important when you're describing the bicycle to describe why things are there, the function. What is the function of all the different components? This is going to be a two-step writing process, more traditional. You're going to have room for a first draft, which has lots of space there for your teacher to make corrections and edits. And then once you get it back from your teacher, you're going to write a final draft, incorporating the feedback you received from your teacher. So when you finish writing this final draft, it should be free of all errors, and it should be 100% clear. Clear as to exactly how the bike works, what are the parts, how they work together, and so forth. Now, to help you out with this, I have another a little supplement which is also on the website, which is just sort of like a explanation of what a bicycle looks like. Here's all the parts of the bike. And then here are some adjectives that you can use. This is a good adjective list to explain things that are on the bicycle. And of course, some good verbs, not just they're there, but they stop, they steer, they adjust, they insert, and so forth. Again, here are all the parts. And remember to explain what's there, why it's there, and how it works. And there you go. Now here, in case your students miss, I have on the website a series of pictures that I took of my bicycle in the classroom. And so in case for some reason the student wants to work on it at home, they have the opportunity to look at these high-resolution pictures online so that they have a way of completing the assignment. And so that's it. That is the assignment. I hope you have a little bit of fun with it. Again, it's a great way to practice your writing and work closely with your teacher to get it done and doing the rough and the final drafts, and you will have taken a big step towards becoming a more skillful writer. Thanks a lot for your attention, and I'll see you again in another video.